Hey guys, welcome to the Cast and Spear podcast. We have Coach back on. Yesterday we talked about SoCal surf fishing fisheries. Now we're going to be talking about what to look for in regards to structure so that you aren't just blind casting and hoping for the best. Coach, can you give us a little primer of some of the things that you look for when you hit the beach?
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. You look for where the last place the waves crash. That's usually a hole. You look for the places where the waves are getting pulled out. That's a rip. If you look out onto the beach or wherever you're working with, and you see waves rolling out off from the beach, that's usually a sandbar. These are three basic structures you can target and have some success, I think.
Now, when you say target, like let's take Rip, for example, you can see the water kind of making a river going out, away from the shore. Are you casting your lure or your bait right on the edge of that water? Like if you imagined a river, there's almost like little eddies that are going back out away from the shore. Like where are you casting to get the best chance of the bite?
I like to cast right into the middle and let it carry my bait out, and then I'll reel in on one side or the other. That's my personal preference. Of course, everybody has a whole different way of going about it, but that's my preference.
And then for the troughs, you basically just cast it into the trough because that's like what the running lane of the fish. So they'll just see your bait right there and they're just gonna pick it up. Or
Really, what you're going to do is you're going to cast at a diagonal. So you're going to reel it diagonally across that trough where you see the double wave break or whatever you want to call it. You're going to reel it at a diagonal level across there. Try to get whatever's in that trough to hit your bait.
Gotcha. And then regarding when you're looking for structure, are you spending a lot of time walking up and down the beach trying different spots, or do you usually hold up in one area and kind of, stay within a localized zone?
Well, 90% of the fish are in 10% of the water as usual. So what you're looking for is anything unusual, anything different, any holes, pits, troughs, riffs, and you're gonna work those as thorough as you can. If not, you are going to miss fish. You're talking about walking up on a rip, walking up on a hole, trough, or double break. A double break basically means that there's a trough in between one break and the other. Work all that stuff. You gotta be thorough.
Do you also use like Google Maps or something to look at the ocean floor, or is it really best just to go do it yourself, do your own homework?
I do use Google Maps a lot, but that's for me to find troughs between the reefs or to figure out where I need to be hitting at a particular tide. And the only way to get to that point is to get acquainted with everything involved. So, got to figure out what the tide height is. You have to figure out where the wave direction's coming from. I mean, there's a lot of factors. So it's all about using all the tools at your disposal for sure. When really rough weather is present, it rips the sand off of the cliffs. I fish the cliffs a lot. So without that sand, we're talking about more reef species being in contact with the shoreline.
Hey, one more thing before you go. If you're on the socials, the Instagrams, the TikToks, the other platforms, follow us. Say hi. At Cast and Spear all over the place. That's at CASTANDSPEAR. I'll see you over there. Chat soon.